It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Falcons and the Eagles on Monday night.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a big victory in week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Bennett throwing right out of the gate here. He'll complete this one to Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. Bennett now off play action. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 38. In motion goes the tight end. Bennett here out of the shotgun. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Bennett working from the gun. He'll get this to Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Bennett. He's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
It's Bennett going to have another throw here. Touchdown, Falcons! Justin Watson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They run again with Foreman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Bennett now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Deontay Foreman, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They run it on first with Foreman. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball,
Still
any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. In motion left goes Watson. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And Bennett will look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Bennett looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Stetson Bennett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Here we go.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First carry for Najee Harris. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him,
touchdown! Drake London, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year, because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Bennett now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a 1st down. To throw is Bennett. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
In motion right is Thomas. Back to throw, Bennett. Dancing to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Foreman powering ahead. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking to throw here. Bennett. This is caught. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Deontay Foreman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And able to get this out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Richardson looking to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Richardson to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Fielded at about the 28. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Falcon football. But Deontay Foreman and his offense back out there. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. In motion, the tight end. Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, able to avoid him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Thomas will come in motion right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Now Richardson. He's got his man London right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now it's Richardson.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Anthony Richardson.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hand off running left, Foreman.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Off play action. Richardson. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Richardson working from the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Yeah, Richardson yet again.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. They hand this off to Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He gets it complete to Harris. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Eagles. Michael Gallup, 40 yards.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. That'll be caught by Foreman.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Bennett now to throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
On the handoff, here's Foreman.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Richardson looking to throw this. Throw left side. There's London.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. A short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Richardson. To the left side, there's the tight end, Musgrave.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 42.
Back to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
Got a man, it's London.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Richardson. That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Harris. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. But Deontay Foreman and his offense back out there.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd down and 3. Bennett looking to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll throw again with Bennett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there. Now it winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. 19-13 was the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Trevor Lawrence, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. We've been treated to a strong performance by the former Longhorn Deontay Foreman. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here's Richardson to throw. Into the hands of London.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. Let's go now. At the Falcons' 36-yard line.
Now Richardson. A short throw to Musgrave.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now it's Richardson.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Oh, he's got a man wide
Zay Flowers, 28 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because
they've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Now a give to Foreman.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the Eagles with a dime look, 6 DBs on 3rd down.
Looking to throw here, Bennett. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And with it, they have taken the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. Been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Kevin King with a pick. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Foreman. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 3rd and 8. And Bennett will look to throw. Open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Richardson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Bennett. There's Manhurts, the tight end.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Up the middle to Wangu.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Off play action. Here's Bennett. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Bennett now to throw. They set up the screen to Foreman.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
A good pick up there on 20 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw is Bennett. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. Now, he's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance. Richardson. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw.
Gets this one to use check. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Bennett
fights through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Foreman will try to pick it up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10.
Bennett now.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Bennett looking to throw.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
1st down, Atlanta.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. Looking to throw here. Bennett. He finds his receiver, Watson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Bennett will look to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
3rd and 9 here. Now Richardson.
Rolling to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On third down, here's Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Bennett. Watson making the catch.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'll come up now on second down.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now Bennett. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. 41 seconds, all that remain. Second down.
He finds Watson. It's caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown.